The budget was severely cut for the making of this video, but I digress. Happy Father's Day to all the dads at Hillside Baptist Church. I'd invite you all to join me at courtside for the next Lakers game, but you're all a bunch of bums. Best wishes. Happy Father's Day.
So are we already going?
We're recording now.
Zane, go ahead.
Father's Day. A day in remembrance on dads who taught us, loved us, and set a path before us. They taught us the good and the bad. They guided us on what's worth fighting for and what to give up on. They showed us their best, or they showed us their worst. Whether or not you chose to follow their path, their influence will always be memorable. In observation of Father's Day, let's hear what the sons and daughters of Hillside have to say. What is something your dad always says?
Look at my muscles.
What makes your dad happy?
When we're at school.
Me, I make him happy.
When I'm good
Right,
and that I'm happy.
What do you love most about your dad?
I love us so much.
Just his personality.
True or false? Would you say that your dad was very liberal-minded and very let you come and go as you please? Is that a true or false statement?
We're going to keep it simple. That's false.
Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of expository statements on that one, right?
Yeah.
What is the one thing your dad has taught you?
Even in his death, that God can use me no matter what.
How to be a faithful Christian. My dad, even in his last year of life, would go and get chemotherapy on Wednesday morning, and he would go to Wednesday night service with a pump on his side, receiving chemotherapy.
For spiritually, it's just dedicating that time to having your walk with the Lord, because I know a common sight around my house growing up was just him praying, him reading his Bible, and that was just a normal sight. And so it's a lasting memory for me, is seeing him doing that, which set an example for how you should live out your walk with the Lord.
What makes you most proud of your dad?
That he took care of us and done for us what others wouldn't do.
He loved me, even knowing that I was not his eternal son, but they adopted me and they loved me.
My dad was a little man, 5'6" and everything, but he was a tough man, and best I can remember, he worked as a manager of CF Penn's hamburgers from 1928 to 1962. He retired when he was, or quit when he was 62 years old, and he went to work for his cousin, Mr. McClanahan, the hardware store, and he worked there for 18 years after he retired from Penn's hamburger. And people would come up and say, ask him what he'd done, and he would tell them, and he said, too bad you couldn't hold a job.
Before we unwrap the presents of ties, tools, and treats, let's honor and glorify the only one whom holds the title Father. Who is God the Father? James wrote that every perfect gift is from above and comes from the Father. Who is God the Father? David said he was the father of the fatherless. Who is God the Father? Isaiah professed he was the clay, and the Father is our potter. Who is God the Father? Peter preached of his mercy. Who is God the Father? Paul toiled through his ministry to speak on the comforts of him. Who is God the Father? Jesus, God's only begotten Son, whom sacrificed his life for us to enter into heaven, spent his last night on earth determined to do his Father's will. My question in leaving is this: who is God the Father to you?
What is the one thing your dad has taught you? Zane, you're asking me the same questions that you asked him that I didn't want you to ask me. So ask me another question.
Okay. You want me to ask it to you in pig Latin? It's not